The perspective, say he's found guilty and there's evidence right now that exists that fortifies his guilt. So they already have evidence, supposedly, that he's guilty. Let's put this in perspective. Assumption of guilt. Okay, so he's assumed to be guilty. He's being charged to be, as a guilty. So if they do have evidence and it shows they have evidence beforehand, is there a recoil and it goes back on the state for aiding and abetting and harboring a fugitive or a criminal or a dangerous person within society? Because if there's an undisclosed location and a neighborhood, then the state is committing reckless endangerment with the neighborhood for not disclosing, just like if they put a sex offender out there and they let a sex offender go and they repeat, or, which has happened before under any circumstance. People can go for a cigarette and see somebody else with a cigarette. Next thing you know one of them's dead. People get into scuffles all the time for all kind of reasons. A mailman could come there and, or whatever. I mean, we don't know. People go outside. So like, how does the state redeem themselves and release themselves of liability if the people aren't guaranteed that he's not living in a community amongst people while there's actual factual evidence of this guy being a murderer? I mean, we don't have the details, but it's just funny. And, I don't know. I think that the state would create its own liability by doing that. So the state sets themselves up to be knocked down in a class action suit from the citizens of the community. So if he's in a community that has 100 families and they don't know and they find out later, or somebody finds out during, they could drop a suit immediately. And even if they move him, that community could sue the state for gross negligence, reckless endangerment, and serious malfeasance, insubordination. I mean, I don't know, but people aren't thinking of the legal aspect as much as they like to yield that gladius and prowess of bar educational shit. Because you can't just throw case law out there and say, okay, as the state, we beat like 5 billion people over the past 10 years, so we're prepared for anything, and we'll just let people get fucked up and do bad shit, and most likely we're going to gamble with the people's lives. This is what people aren't thinking about, I don't think. I don't think people think about it. So I've made 2 videos about, okay, like, he could be right outside with that knife, and what if something else happens? It's like pro tunk nunk, pronunc tunk, something like that, and our rights are, good void amnesia. This is any claim that comes against us. So I don't know. It's a lot to figure out there, but there's a lot of recklessness going on, and it's deserving of lacking trust and even lack of respect for what's supposed to be our people's combined pure agencies.